Hello and welcome to the video. In this one I'm going to show you how to set up a new asset in the fixed asset register in Xero. So there are a couple of different parts to recording an asset purchase in Xero. I've made videos in the past on how to record the transaction and then how to record the loan if you have taken a loan out against that asset, and I'll put links up above to that. But if you want to track depreciation in Xero, which is optional, some people choose not to track depreciation in Xero and prefer to do it in, for example, an Excel template and then process a manual journal into Xero to record depreciation. That is an option as well. I'll also put a link up above to the video I've made about that. But if you do want to track depreciation on your fixed assets in Xero and just have a fixed asset register in general with all of your information associated with that asset purchase, then I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to accounting and then fixed assets. We're going to click on new asset. And we're going to type in the name of the asset here. Let's pretend we've bought a new car. We'll say we bought a Toyota Hilux. The asset number, you can change this, but I would just usually leave it as what is suggested, FA0005 in this case. The purchase date, let's say it was the 20th of March. The purchase price, we'll say $50,000. Warranty, this is optional. Serial number, this is optional. You could even put the rego number in here. Let's make up a rego number. Asset type, you can see we've got computer equipment and office equipment. There's nothing here for motor vehicles. So we're going to click new asset type and we're going to call this motor vehicles. Let's see if we have an asset account for motor vehicles. No, we don't. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to put it to office equipment just for now, and then I'm going to have to go back, create the asset account, and then come back and change this to the correct account. So for now we're going to put it to office equipment and the depreciation account will be okay. Every asset will use this same depreciation account here. We'll just save that. Well, we're going to come back and fix this up afterwards. But we just want to save it for now. So we're going to open up a new tab, right click, duplicate, and we're going to go to the chart of accounts, which is under accounting. We'll go to assets. So you've got your office equipment and your computer equipment. We need to create an asset account and also an accumulated depreciation account for the motor vehicle. So we're going to do that as account number 730. So we go add account, fixed asset. The code is going to be 730 because we're going in sequence here. We've got 710, 720, so now we're using 730. If we drag this over, I wanted to give it a name that is in similar format to what we've used down here. So I'm just going to call this motor vehicles. You may want to say motor vehicles at cost. Some accountants like to do that. That's the more traditional name. We'll say GST on expenses, yes, and we'll click save. So there it is there. Now we're going to create another account, this time for the accumulated depreciation. So the account type again is fixed asset. I'll just drag this over so we can see what we've done with these other account names here. This one will be 731 code, and it's going to be called less accumulated depreciation on motor vehicles. This one will be tax code BAS excluded because there is no GST on accumulated depreciation. So we'll go save. And there it is. There's our new accounts there that we just created for motor vehicles. So now we're going to go back over to the fixed asset tab that we had here. and we'll continue on setting up this new motor vehicle fixed asset account. You'll see here, as we did before, we used the office equipment account. We're going to have to change that over to these new accounts that we created just here for motor vehicles. So to do that, we'll close out of this. We'll go to the options up here in the top right and go settings. We'll click on motor vehicles here, and we're going to edit this, change it to that new account there for motor vehicles, account 730, and the accumulated depreciation account, this is 731. Depreciation, that's correct. Book depreciation default, we're going to say it is diminishing value, and we're going to say it has an effective life of 10 years. You can also choose a rate here, that would be the depreciation rate. For an effective life 10 years, that would be a rate equivalent of 10%. To depreciate 10% per year or over 10 years, that's the same thing. But we're going to go with effective life 10 years. So we'll click save. So now we're going to go back into that fixed asset that we're setting up for this new motor vehicle for the Toyota Hilux. We can click on it here. And we can see now that this asset account is correct. Motor vehicle accumulated depreciation is correct for motor vehicles. You can put some information in here that's optional. Depreciation method, we're going to go diminishing value, effective life 10 years, which is the same as the default settings that we set up just before on the previous screen. Cost limit, this is if you only wanted to depreciate up to a certain amount. So if you bought the vehicle for $50,000 but only $40,000 was depreciable, then you might put in a cost limit of $40,000. This is optional. And residual value is what do you expect the vehicle to be worth once it has been fully depreciated after that 10 years. So it might be worth, I don't know, a couple $1,000s or something like that. But we're going to leave these blank. This is optional, as I said, and we're going to go register. So now we have 3 registered assets. There were 2 that were already in there, and there's the one we just did, the Toyota Hilux. That is in the system as far as the fixed asset goes. Like I was saying at the top, processing the actual transaction for the $50,000, that is a separate process. Recording a loan against it, if you took out a loan, that is a separate process. But as far as the fixed asset register goes, that is what you do here. And then if you're coming in every month, or it might be at the end of the quarter or the end of the financial year, and you want to run depreciation, you just come into your fixed asset register like so, under the accounting menu. You'll see your assets here that we were just looking at before, and you can go run depreciation. If we wanted to run it to the end of March 2025, you can see we've got the 3 assets here: computer equipment, motor vehicles, office equipment, and you can go then confirm. And depreciation is now current to 31st of March 2025. And then if we ran a profit and loss for March 2025, we will see the depreciation on there as an expense. There it is. Let's go have a look at that. And there's your 3 assets, the FA0005, that's the Toyota Hilux. So that's pretty much how you do it, guys. As I said, this is optional. You do not have to use the fixed asset register in Xero, but if you want to track your fixed assets all in one place and you want to get off your spreadsheets, then this is a way that you can do it. Some people still like using spreadsheets, that's fine as well. It just depends on how you like to work. Now, if you want to book in a training session, head over to qtraining.net.au. We offer training for all kinds of accounting software, Xero, MyOb, Excel, or if you have a plugin app or something like that you want to integrate into Xero or MyOb, get the 2 systems talking to each other, integrating data, we can help you with all of these things. Thank you for watching. Catch you later.